Today, we're going to show you how to manage your work in DoJobNow. First, what we see on the screen is the dashboard. This page gives us an overview of our work status. On the left, we have the to-do list, which by default shows my to-do list. It mainly displays your current incomplete and today's pre-jobs, appointments, events, and tasks. You can also click this tab to switch to all to-do lists. Next, clicking this button allows you to easily add new inquiry, job, task, or event. This section here shows statistics for the four most commonly used modules: inquiry, quote, job, and invoice. Each module uses different statuses, and here, you can see the number of items for each status. On the far right is the reminder section. You can click this button to add a new reminder. Earlier, we mentioned the four main modules. Since many people might not be familiar with them, let me briefly explain the relationship between these modules. First, we have the inquiry. This is the initial step in gathering and recording user requirements. Once you've completed discussions with the customer, you can convert the inquiry into a quote. The quote is an important step in offering your customer a price for your services or products. Alternatively, you can convert the inquiry directly into a job. The job is where you execute the work. After the customer agrees to the quote, you can then convert the quote into a job and start the work. Once the work is underway, you can create an invoice based on the job and send it to the customer to remind them to make a payment. That's the general workflow of the four main modules. However, not all modules need to be linked together. You have the flexibility to create any module individually. Next, I will guide you through creating the entire workflow step by step. First, we'll go to the Inquiry page and click the Add button. In the pop-up window, start by choosing a customer, then click Confirm. Next, enter the Inquiry title, for example, Cleaning Services, and select Pre-Job, assigning it to an employee. Once the inquiry is created, the employee will also be able to view it. After everything is entered, just click Save. After creating the inquiry, you'll be directed to the Inquiry Details page. Now, let's go to the Calendar page by clicking the menu bar, where you can see the newly created inquiry displayed on the calendar. You can click on the inquiry to view details or mark the pre-job as completed. Then, return to the Inquiry page and view the details of the inquiry we just created. You can also click the More button and then Start Sharing to share the inquiry with your customer. You can copy this link and send it via email. In this case, we'll send it to the customer through email. You can also edit the email content, and once everything looks good, click Send. Once the email is successfully sent, the customer will receive it in their inbox with the inquiry details, just like this example email. They can click the link to view the inquiry. After clicking the link, they will be directed to the Inquiry Details page, where they can review the information and add notes to communicate with us. Now, let's simulate the customer adding a note. After they save it, they will receive an email notification and they can view the note on our platform. By clicking on the inquiry, they can see the details and will notice the customer's note has appeared here. We can also add a note to communicate with the customer. Once our note is added successfully, if the customer opens the link from the email again, they will see the notes we've added. Next, we can convert this inquiry into either a quote or a job. For this demonstration, we'll convert the inquiry into a quote. In the quote pop-up window, the system will have pre-filled some data for us. We just need to add products and services. Let's select a service, and of course, we can manually add new services as well. Enter the service name. If you want to save it to your services database, simply check the Add to Services box. Then, input the quantity and price. Select a tax and you'll see detailed stats for the quote, including the total price, discounts, tax, and profit margin. Once you've entered the main information for the quote, click Save. After creating the quote, you'll be directed to the Quote Details page. Here, you can click the Send Email button to send the quote to the customer via email. In the email pop-up, you can also modify the content or upload attachments. By default, the quote's attachments will be included. Just click to check them, and you'll see a PDF version of the quote. When everything is ready, click Send. You can also click More and choose Signature to get the customer's confirmation signature. After signing, you'll be able to view the signature in the quote details. Once the quote is finalized, we can convert it into a job. In the Job Creation pop-up window, the system will have automatically filled in some default job information. Review it, and if everything looks good, click Confirm to save. Next, you'll be taken to the job details page, where you can view the appointment generated from the job. Click on the appointment to view its details and mark it as complete. Of course, you'll also be able to see the appointment on the calendar page. Returning to the job page, click on the job we just created. Under More, you can generate an invoice from the job. In the pop-up window, select the appointments you want to include in the invoice, then click Confirm. This will take you to the invoice creation page, where the system will have pre-filled some default information. You can still edit any details as needed, such as changing the issue date and due date. When done, click Save. After the invoice is created, you'll be directed to the invoice details page. Here, you can click Send Email to send the invoice to the customer. In the email pop-up, review or edit the content before sending. When everything looks good, click Send. Additionally, you can click More and select Print to preview the invoice. You'll see a PDF version of the invoice. You can also choose to sync the invoice to Xero by clicking Sync to Xero. If you want to record a payment, click Collect Payment, select the payment method and amount in the pop-up window, then click Confirm. You'll be able to view the payment record in the payment history, along with the amount due and other relevant information. That concludes our walkthrough for today. Thank you for watching.